Going on YouTube? Sammy here with another video. Got my engine all torn apart. Starting to look at all the parts, see what I got broken, what's good, what's bad. Um, One thing I've always been curious about on the 20B, 13B rotaries, anything, is the oil control ring springs. How they go. I never knew how they go, and I've never built a rotary engine, me personally. But I'm dying to do it. Just wanted to share this because I'm tearing it apart and I'm just learning as I go, basically. So I figured I'd share. Let me show you guys how I got the engine all taken apart, and I just want to show you, I didn't throw the parts everywhere. I got everything nicely organized, and just trying to, keep everything together. So when I'm ready to put it together, I got it. I know where everything goes and try to keep it as organized as possible. Let me show you what you got. So here's the rear housing, rear rotor. It's just an extra S4 rotor. This is the center rotor. See, I got Vaseline on everything, and I'm just trying to keep all the side seals in place, corner seals, apex seals, everything in place. I got the bolts all there, front cover bolts. I have the hub for the front rotor, and then I got the front rotor there. Same thing, Vaselined all up, just so all the parts stay in there, just in case I need to use them, or if I put all needed parts, just in case. Here's the parts right here. All the old, I just gotta go through everything. Those two housings are good. I got one bad housing and one bad rotor from what I'm seeing so far. So this is the rear rotor. It's got quite a bit of damage on that rear rotor. We had looks like 2 broken apex seals. So 1 and 2, and it took out a nice chunk of the rotor right there. Looks like the apex seal is still stuck in there. But like I said, I'm just kind of learning and looking at how this is going. I figured I'd share. It's something I've always wondered, how these springs go. So I had an extra rotor, so I'm going to show you guys how it does go. So this is the rear rotor, and this is going to spin. So I can wipe my hands. I'm getting oil all over my hands. But the rotor, this is the rear housing. So we're going to pick up air here. We're going to spin around, and we're going to throw the exhaust out, right? So this rotor is going to spin like this, and you got the gear that's going to go here on this side, on this back plate, right? So the rotor is going to spin this way and out. Okay, so if you look at the spring, the control spring, this is just the way it was. I didn't touch these. You can see the rounded little pivot, and that rounded little pivot, it goes into that little. It goes right there, right where the little circle's at. So basically, if you look at it, see that rounded little end. That's gonna go basically I don't want to say counterclockwise. I want to say reverse to the rotation of the engine. So that's the larger one. There's another one here on the small side. So let's build this one. So same thing, rounded, reverse to the rotation of the rotor. So when the rotor is spinning, and it's gonna spin this way, it's gonna catch on that little circle spot, and it'll stay stuck there. Okay, so it's always been a big question of how this has gone. Nobody really wants to teach you this stuff. So here's the other rounded. Same thing, rounded one. And it goes right there in that circle spot right there. Okay. Just like that. And then these, if you notice, you have the squared spot, like a straight edge that pops up. So that goes right there. And be careful when you play with these things, because these things are super sharp. But if you notice, see, this is the larger one, right? This is the larger one, so we're just gonna take, once you put a new O-ring on this, and you're just gonna pop it right in place there. And of course, with the new O-ring, it's gonna be a lot harder. But that's it. I just wanted to share that. So basically, the rotor's going, this way, so counterclockwise. Looking at it like this. If you look at it from the other angle, like from in front of the engine, now the rotor is spinning clockwise. So you got to know which way this rotor is going to spin when you're putting these springs on. So, but I figured I'd share that. Hopefully this video is helpful. Thank you very much for watching.